Here's an old story that I heard from a friend of mine here a while back, a good buddy named Herman. We're talking about Hank stories, and he told me one that, Lord, it gave me chills. Said his granddaddy was a logger back in the mountains, back when they used to use a two-man saw, or what they call an old crosscut saw, an old hand saw. And they used to use mules to snake them out. Said the boss man, you know, got to cut on some land that was just prime for cutting. Now, the owner did tell him, however, said that there was an old man that lived in an old house way back in there in the mountain stuff where, they's going to be cutting, and they more than likely have to tell him to leave. God said that he'd run him off several times and told him the land weren't his no more and everything, but said the poor fella always managed to come back. Always just showed back up. So he told him, said, I guess just ignore him if he won't leave and just, get the timber. Well, said they took out, heading up there one morning. The owner and a few of the other fellers gathered up, and the owner told them to stay put on a ridge top and start falling trees. Said him and a few other fellers were going to go down there and talk to that old man and let him know what was going on. I said he kind of felt sorry for the old man, figuring that the land once belonged to him or his family or something like that. And maybe he was just, at the age where he didn't truly understand it weren't his no more. So just kind of felt sorry for him and wanted to just go and talk to him about it. Now, Herman said the owner and a few other good-sized fellers went down there. Said they could see the chimney smoke in the distance, so they knowed it was pretty close. Now, Herman's pa and the rest of them, they started to work. Well, a bit later, they come back. Unfortunately, the poor old feller had passed on just a short time ago, because they know they hadn't been too awful long because they was far going. But sadly, he was gone. They sent a man to tell folks down in town about it, see if they could get hold of some of his next of kin or who was related to him and whatnot. But, sad as it was, they still had to work. Herman said his pa, the minute they started sawing and chopping, said an eerie breeze was coming up and over the ridge. Said the mules was balking up, trying to run off of everything. Said them woods got almost just as dark as if a bad storm was brewing up. Said all of a sudden, every team of the mules they had broke out of running. Said they hollered, everything, said, but they weren't stopping. Said a lot of the loggers took out after them, trying to stop them, run them down. But said as soon as they took off, they stopped dead in their tracks. Set up on a big old oak tree stump with that old man. Said, mind you, he was old, but even old as he was a very, very large man, about 6'4", 250. Long white hair and a beard. Said he stood there, but you couldn't see his legs. Said he pointed at all them men and said, you'll not touch nary a tree nor sapling on these mountains. And when he said that, said his mouth never moved. They heard his voice, but his mouth never moved. Said they skinned out of there, running over one another and everything. Said the owner told the landowner, said, good luck to you. Said, because they never did go back. I can't say that I blame them on that one.
Man, that's, ooh.
Yeah, that's one of them that'll send a chill up your spine and then chase it back down.
Yeah. It almost reminded me of an old witch story,
Yeah,
From an
really.
old elderly man. That's kind of the vibe that I felt.
Yeah, man.
Mhm.
And who knows? I mean, he may have been like an old witch man,
Yeah, that's definitely true.
you know,
Definitely.
especially back in them old days and stuff, And I've heard from several people, that watches, kinfolk and stuff, over on my channel, and then says that, you know, the people that practice, the witchcraft and stuff here in the mountains, they're very, very protective of the woods and nature.
Yeah, that's what got me thinking about. Yeah, yeah, you thought the same thing, I guess.
Yeah, so like I said, it's very, very possible that,
Yes.
he was. So that's actually a really good point. I never thought about that.
Well, now your
But
mind's blown.
it kind of is, man. I'm just there like, whoa.
Yeah.
Let us know what you folks think. I mean, if you think that same thing, or maybe, if you got a different idea, let us know in the comment section.
Oh yeah, definitely. And if you've got a story that you would like to see featured on here, you can email us spookyappalachia@gmail.com or send it snail mail to Spooky Appalachia, P.O. Box 569, Radford, Virginia 24143. And thank y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed the video. It's totally free. Like, comment, and share it out to all your friends.
That's right. Tell your friends, your family, the neighbors, tell Bigfoot. Go tell all the
Yeah,
local ghosts too.
yeah. Now, you can also send a little piece of paper via pigeon mail and tell all your friends to subscribe
Yeah, that's
that way.
right.
And don't forget, folks, stay spooky.
Stay spooky.